I have decided that for 2026, I will not be doing any goals. It is 2 days before 2026, and I was finding this video very hard to do. I am usually a goal-oriented person. So for the majority of my adult life, I have been setting goals, whether for personal, business, work, whatever it is, I have been setting goals. But for some reason, this video was very, very hard to do. Now, I've done goal videos for medical billing in 2024 and 2025. So if you haven't seen those videos, I will link those above. So I have decided that I am not going to do goals for 2026. And what I'm going to do is improvements. So instead of saying goals, because I think the term goals is what really has been throwing me off throughout all of these years. It's always been something that I just need to do, need to achieve. And when I don't feel accomplished. When I do, I still kind of don't feel accomplished, but I just continue going on and on and on. So it's kind of like this cycle where I never really get from it what I think I'm going to get from it. I have decided that for 2026, I will not be doing any goals. 2026 will be my year of improvement because I believe that improving, whether that is by 1% or 50% or 100%, improvement is improvement and improvement is always good. How I want to do it is in quarters. In my last goals video, I spoke about 12-week years. So sometimes the improvements that I will be doing will last past the 12 weeks, or sometimes they might be improvements that are completed before or during that 12-week time. I think for me, this will lessen the pressure that I give to myself. It's not even pressure that other people give to me or pressure that I feel from other people. It's mainly pressure that I put on myself, especially when I was doing it in terms of goals. So I think this will lessen that pressure. I think it would also make it more meaningful. So instead of just having a goal like, a touchdown or, when you're playing football or soccer and you just need to make that goal, then after you do it, it's like, now what? Or what did I get from it? Is it the fact of making the goal or achieving the goal, or is it the journey within having the goal, improving what I got from it, so I can reflect back for what I got from it, if that makes sense. So I think it will make it more meaningful for me instead of focusing so much on the end result, but focusing more throughout what is happening and how it is helping me improve as a person. I believe that I will be able to focus better on the improvements that I have chosen for that particular 12 weeks. So instead of being all over the place like I usually am, there's always something that I want to do. I always have great ideas and, all the stuff. If I'm focusing on a specific improvement in my life, then I'll be able to just focus on that improvement, knowing that as I have gotten better with it, made it a habit or whatever, or completed it, then I can move on to whatever else improvement I want to have. As long as I'm living, I can improve, right? As long as you're living, you can improve. I think it will also help me to focus better on each improvement that I decide to work on during that 12 weeks. These improvements will be incorporated in my daily habits, in my routines. And so again, if it's something that is an ongoing thing, then it won't necessarily end at the end of the 12 weeks, but it will be incorporated and included within my life, within my lifestyle. If I am improving in this specific area or with this specific thing, then I will be able to incorporate it within me, within my being, so it wouldn't necessarily become something that I'm trying to do. It will be just something that I am or something that I have. So I'm going to make sure that I make these improvements visible to me, write them down, put them somewhere where I will see them all the time. So I'm actually waiting on a magnetic dry erase sheet. It's what I think it is from eBay. And I'm waiting for it so that I can stick it on this file cabinet where I will be able to write down my goals for each 12 weeks on the file cabinet. So when I come into my office, I can see it each and every day. So I can know what I'm working on and don't put it on the back burner where I set these improvements at the beginning of the year and then after that I just forget all about them. I'm also going to make sure that I am doing weekly audits, weekly reviews. So basically an audit, review, the same thing. But I'm going to go through them and see what have I done so far, if I'm stuck on it. Maybe I have changed what I wanted to do and I no longer want to do that. But this is the time to kind of review and go over it to see if this is really where I want to go and if I'm making any improvements and why. If I'm not making any improvements, why am I not making improvements? So let me jump into what the 2026 improvements are for medical billing for me. Now, I have different areas in my life that I deal with medical billing. Being a medical billing business owner, having this YouTube channel talking all about medical billing, in which I have a membership program on this channel. I also do remote one-on-ones, and I have a medical billing Maven shop. So I have many different areas where I talk about, perform, do medical billing. So I usually use the acronym ERA, which is for my goals, but they're for my improvements in 2026. And for the E in ERA, which is educational, my 2026 improvement is to read a medical billing book or a revenue cycle book. Now, I have had this book for about 2 or 3 years. It's called Revenue Cycle Management. Don't get lost in the financial maze. But I have wanted to read this book forever. It's about 300 and maybe 50 pages or so. And this is going to be my educational improvement for 2026. And it is going to fall under the tab of my medical billing business and this YouTube channel. When I think about education, I think about something that, again, can improve my life, that can, help me learn better, all of those things. And I think in reading this book, it will give me better clarity. I'm hoping to learn something. I have to learn at least something from this book that can help me in my actual medical billing business. And also, it can help me with my YouTube channel when I'm talking to you about medical billing and what to do and how you perform it and all of those things. I think this book is a great resource to be able to see how the total revenue cycle flows, because we know that medical billing is just a part of the complete revenue cycle. I still have so much more to learn. And I also want to make sure that I write down and take notes. So a lot of times I might mark up in my books a little bit, or I might read through the book, and you remember things here and there, but I never really take complete and in-depth notes when I'm reading. With this book being 350 pages, I am sure that there's going to be lots of notes that I can take. So I will definitely be highlighting, writing down. I have a notes book that I'm using for 2026 that I'll be writing in, and making sure that, again, it is something that improves my life, specifically in my medical billing business and on this channel. Also, I'm going to be reading my AAPC The magazines. So I have this one, which this one is a special edition because this is the edition that I was in. I was featured in this edition, which is the December edition of the AAPC, the magazine. And so I always, throughout the year, each year, I always want to read the AAPC, the magazines that I get. I'm a member of AAPC, and so they send out magazines, and they always have great articles within their magazines. Right now, I'm behind a little bit. I have my November and my December issue to read, but I plan to catch up with that. And then I'm going to start reading the Revenue Cycle Management book. Now, I don't think it should take me 3 months to read it. And, it just depends on how things are going. Usually when I read a book, it might take me, a week or two to complete the book. But since I'm going to be doing an in-depth read, take notes, do all the things, it may just take me 3 months to read. And if it does, then it just does. So that's my first improvement, which is educational. The second improvement is R. And R is for relational, in which I am going to do member-only lives for 2026. Now, if you're not aware, I do have a membership on YouTube. You can, I think it's next to the subscribe button. You can click the join button and see what the perks are. There are perks on the medical billing shop. There are member-only lives. There are emojis and all types of things. But I want to make sure that in 2026 that I am engaging more with my community, which is you who are watching me. I want to be able to have lives where we can talk, I can get to know you better, you can get to know me better, and I can just talk and network with and help out those medical billing business owners or aspiring medical billing business owners. I am very passionate about medical billing itself, and I'm passionate about helping those individuals who want to start a medical billing business, since I have started my own medical billing business, and I always felt like I wish I had more people that I can talk to, people that would be able to help me out. And I think these lives will be a way for you to ask questions, we can get to know each other, and all of those things. That is going to be my improvement for 2026, which is member only live. So if you're interested in joining me in these lives, be sure to join my membership. We'll be talking about different topics that you want to talk about, topics that I think are important when it comes to medical billing. And the A in ERA is advancement. And for this improvement, I am still going to be working on my medical billing Maven shop. Now, if you have been with me for any time, you know that I have a medical billing shop where I have shirts and mugs and different items that are used to honor medical billers, to celebrate us medical billers, and as practical items that you can use in your day-to-day work. I want to make sure that during 2026 that I have a more cohesive setup of the items that I offer in this shop. I'm also going to be offering digital products within the shop as well. Because I help many women when it comes to starting their medical billing business during my remote one-on-ones, I wanted to do some more digital products in my shop. So there might be certain things on like provider consultations or how to start a medical billing business. I do have a free checklist that helps you start a medical billing business with confidence. But I'm thinking about doing an ebook talking about how to start a medical billing business. And if you have any other suggestions of digital products that you might want to see, be sure to leave that in the comments below. But I will be including more digital products other than my remote one-on-ones and more actual tangible products. Again, they have to relate to celebrating medical billers, honoring medical billers, and just practical items that we as medical billers can use. So those are my 3 improvements for 2026, which is the first 3 months. So let me know what improvements you want to make in 2026, and I will see you again in my next video.